You know what's funny is that my name's Misty, right?
It is.
And in high school, everyone would tease me that I should be a weather girl
Well,
because of my name. And then you were teasing me before about news anchor, not weather girl, but news anchor.
well, I mean, same, right?
It's funny.
It is funny. So welcome to our channel. You're going to get a little bit of that. I don't know if that's actually going to be in there.
Maybe I could give you the weather
Maybe.
or the news.
Oh, we could. We could get a green screen as we do. So
Oh, yeah, we could.
maybe we should do this. Hey, stop.
Oh,
Stop.
yes.
Hey.
Hey.
I think I was too loud. That was going to blow people out of their seat. So welcome to episode number 2. And we appreciate you if you got through episode 1 and you came back for more.
Thank you.
Now this is
That's great.
and this
We
is
didn't
a funny
scare
thing.
them away.
We didn't scare them away. And here's the funny thing, or maybe the cool thing, is we jokingly in our first cut kept talking about our 3 viewers and the 3 people that would watch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we already got to, I think, 12 subscribers.
Wow.
I know. And so we've actually met our goal. So this is going to be our last episode as well. No, I'm just kidding.
I was going to say, wait, that's not funny.
But we do appreciate all the support, and we want to make sure that we stay authentic to ourselves, because that's what we promised you. And we're going to talk about that just a little bit, probably give a little more background on the business. We talked more about us in the first episode, which is totally fine because we're winging it, and this is only episode number 2. With us and authenticity twofold, as most of you probably know, we are husband-wife in life and in business, which is
Lucky
amazing.
dog.
I am a lucky dog.
Mm-hmm.
It's so amazing. So we wanted to talk about being real, and there's always, as everyone knows with social media, the behind-the-scenes stuff of what really happens and then what people put on social, and we're going to try really hard to bring all of it to the forefront and just be genuine and authentic to who we are. Again, new at this, so it's going to be a journey, but we just were thinking that that is what's important for people to see. And if they're going to learn from our mistakes and our failures and what got us where we are, if they have any interest in that, then we have to show them everything.
Yes. And we got where we are so quickly because of our authenticity.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that with Misty being who she is and
The
her
crazy one.
the crazy one.
It's fine.
I'm sure everybody's picked up real quick on who the boring one is.
It's because you're picking the crazy parts to put out on shorts on YouTube.
Well,
You're making me look crazy. It's fine. But
yeah.
I know I am a self-proclaimed silly, crazy person.
but you're
But loves people.
but you're the part that is entertaining and fun, and I'm the boring one. So I have good information, maybe.
Great information.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But you are the entertainment, which I think is what most of our audience, at least today, and we'll see how this evolves, is looking for. Is they want to see the Misty that they know and love. And so we just really want to drive home the authenticity of what it is we do and with our lives, and that we really are drawn to help and serve people. And a lot of that at times, and maybe I'll speak for myself, is a little more subtle and behind the scenes. I'm not quite as out there as you are with that.
Careful. That sounded really bad. It's fine.
But we both really do have a heart for that, not just supporting each other, which is important in this journey, but that we are able to support others, especially those who support us.
Yes. I love supporting others. Like today we haven't really talked about our day yet today. So a couple things. I had a client who's having major surgery today, and love her. Been thinking about her all day. I had my last client told me that she tested positive for, well, not tested positive, but for breast cancer. I know. It's so sad.
It is sad.
It
And
makes my heart hurt.
And again, full transparency, these are the kind of stories that we have every single day, all day. Every client, I remember us talking when you first started, literally the first week, everybody who came to Misti and laid on the lashing table had some major trauma in their life.
Every client. The whole week, it felt like.
Yeah.
It was almost God confirming, okay, this is where I want you. This is where you are exactly where you need to be with these women.
Yeah. And again, I remember just seeing your little bit amazement, and your mind was blown of just like, you won't believe what I heard today. And again,
but sad. It's sad.
It is sad. But again, reinforces this whole journey since we started that it started right out of the chute, and the broken and hurt women, trauma that they have gone through or are going through, and that really drew you to keep going, or to know that's really what the purpose of all this was.
Yeah, exactly. And it was even, just for the 12 listeners that we have, not 3, I care so much about the women that sit in front of me, that it's almost like their trauma and their pain and their sorrow and their joy and their happiness and excitement. I feel that. It's just so heavy, and I just care about the women so much. Some days are hard because I wish I could fix it for them, but at least I know that their lashes are pretty.
Yes.
I can't fix your problems, but
with a bomb set of lashes,
I can make you feel pretty, which helps.
It does help.
It does help. So, speaking from experience,
yes,
you could have a horrible day, but as long as you feel good and you have that little, to your step, you can manage anything.
Yeah. And I think what at least I've seen from you, because as I'm sure this would be a surprise to all 12 of our viewers, that I'm not usually in the front with the women or doing any lashing.
He manages the money. I'm not allowed. No, that is not true. That is totally not true. Let me correct myself. I choose specifically not to manage the money. No, thank you.
That's true.
I'll spend it.
You can spend some money there.
I mean, let's be authentic. I mean, we're here
are.
to have authenticity. I love to spend money. Well, that sounds really bad. Well,
you do.
I enjoy nice things.
You do enjoy
and my
nice
coffee.
Things. Well, and let me just kind of bring that full circle. Is that's part of why we work so hard. Why Misti works literally 7 days a week for
13 hours a day. Some days.
Some days.
It's fine, but because I love you all.
She does. And
I do. I really do.
Yeah, she does. To your point about spending money, that has been a journey for us. I'm sure like any marriage or any couple, it's not like finances are ever a disagreement in any relationship. Never.
We never. Well, actually, we don't really fight about it. Here's the deal.
Here it comes. Get your notepad.
I don't think they should take notes from me. So we have a funny saying in our household. It's called going into the bush. That sounds so bad.
I'll have to see if I can cut the animation in.
Yeah. Okay.
That.
So backstory, Bart Simpson was shy or something was happening. Oh, Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
Who's Bart? Oh, Bart Simpson's the
He's
son.
Kid, yes.
Okay. Homer Simpson, I don't know the full story, but he got uncomfortable, and so he backed himself into the bush. That is literally what I do when I get uncomfortable.
It's true.
All the time. It happened last night.
Leave the room.
Or I just walk out and leave the room. True story. Happened last night. Really uncomfortable.
It's kind of like your friend at the restaurant who, like, when the bill comes, they get up and go to the restroom and they never come back.
Yeah. I stall. I really do not like confrontation. I do not like uncomfortable conversations.
You're even keel, though.
I am. What were we talking about? Oh, money.
Finances, yes.
Finances. Where was I going with that?
just about the fact that
Oh,
we
no,
don't
I remember.
argue.
I remember.
Oh, this
We
is
don't-
amazing.
I remember. I've caught it before.
It came back. It
Oh my
went-
gosh! Speaking of that,
yes.
my brain. I have scroll brain. It's fine. Where was I going again? Reel
Well,
me
we were
back
talking
in.
about so let's bring this a little full circle.
Fine.
And it's gonna be a little vulnerable, but
Uh.
you do have ADHD,
If you didn't pick up on that one,
You didn't pick
I
up
do
on
have
that.
ADHD.
which and again we'll probably do a whole episode or maybe a couple about ADHD,
Series
a
or
whole series, yeah.
we could be on Netflix.
And just the truth of having to manage that, and I don't mean that in a derogatory sense,
I
but
know you don't.
but just being real about how she works and how she operates, and how we can put things in place that help you be successful. And it makes it even more amazing, which again we're going to try to give you the behind the scenes, how again amazing Misti is, but how this business has been able to grow and having challenges, because it's just like somebody trying to read who has dyslexia. It makes it really difficult to be able to sort out what order things go in, and that's just a real challenge that you have on a
it's
daily
real.
basis.
Yeah. And you know what? It's kind of crazy that I can even lash. If you think about it, like I'm sitting still for 3 hours, doing the same thing over and over and over. But it's crazy. That's how I know this is what I'm supposed to do, is because I thrive off of it. It calms me. It's one of the only things, that and snuggling in bed. No joke.
I know.
But lashing and being with my clients and pampering my clients is what calms me. It's like the only thing in the world that reins my little ADHD brain and I can focus.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
It is, and I think there's, again, not to get into the boring stuff, but I think there's actually some research out there about a technical minutia type movement like lashing that actually helps get you into a good space, or I should say somebody with ADHD. Now, not everybody, but I think, again, what a blessing for you and for us and the women that you serve that you found that, because the other piece, which, again, we're just kind of following the bunny trails here.
You have so many bunny trails.
The fact that you can even lash is literally a miracle.
Oh my gosh, physically.
Yes. So coming back to authenticity, what would you say is like maybe a quick summary or a brief explanation of how you think of it?
So authenticity in the business, I feel it's so important to know the why behind what you're doing.
Yes.
And be true to that. And because I feel like if you are not authentic, your clientele, your people, the people that you're serving or selling to, they're going to see that and they're going to tell. Another reason why is if you are authentic to who you really, really are, the people that will mesh well with you are going to just come in. You're going to attract those people. You're going to attract the clientele.
You're going to draw the clients to who you are versus, think of it like a movie that you're going to work and you're trying to be something that you're not, thinking that that's what people want or are trying to buy. But if you're authentic, you will draw the people who want to be around you or want your services or the experience that you have. And you never have to, almost live a lie and remember like, wait a minute, which person am I? And life is already difficult enough to have to try to balance, two personas, on a daily basis.
Right. And so I guess authenticity in the business, if we're going back to that, is know your why. Why are you doing what you're doing? If it's for financial gain, then be authentic. Be true to your customers and your clients and say that's what it is. If it's to bless people, be upfront and honest. If it is to just, I don't know, like fill your time up on, then do that. But just really be honest with who you are, what your why is, what your passion is, And like, for example, all my clients know that I have ADHD.
Mhm.
So they laugh, we giggle, we have fun. They tease me. They're understanding.
Mhm. And that's part
They're
of
understanding that they know that sometimes I'm so busy, and it's not that I don't love them, but sometimes they have to text me more than one time. But I feel is why our business is so successful is because I'm authentic. And gosh, you know what? I'm proud of that. I don't think I've ever said that out loud and really have felt proud about that.
I'm
Because
just
there's
gonna-
no mistake. There's no mistaking who I am to my client.
that goes back to the authenticity. And I think a lot of people, and this will be a whole episode, as we know, I just went to a whole conference for it, but facing fear and being real and authentic is difficult because it can create fear, and it can be really hard to say, I have ADHD or whatever you may be dealing with out there, all 12 of you that we appreciate. But
well, you know what? And it's so funny as we sit here. This is kind of like really therapeutic. My counselor would be so impressed.
But again, key being authentic, good, bad, and different. And you'll actually find all the really scary stuff that's hard to tell people and be is what will make them love you more. And
you
be...
I do think. You're right.
I do think.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I've got lots of examples of that.
Yeah. Being authentic is so refreshing. It's so refreshing.
Like a
For
Coke.
like a Coke. For 40 years, not 40 years. What is 20 minus?
I'd
So
say
20 years.
Call it
A
20.
solid 20.
Solid.
So for a solid 20 years, I was this person that wasn't me. And I was trying to be somebody that somebody else wanted me to be. And I was not thriving. And I was in a really, really horrible place. And it's so refreshing to be authentic. And I'm actually really loving that. And I guess there's so many blessings from this business. And that's one of them, is that it's really, it's healed me and helped me like blossom, I guess, into who I am now, you lucky dog.
Well, and I think that's part of this journey, and what's drawn us to do the podcast is that we feel that if we can help even one of our 12 subscribers out there, then this is a win. And just like you said, it's therapeutic for you and for us to be able to even have these conversations and put it out there that it could help. Again, one person, it could help thousands of people, which would be an amazing blessing, because somebody may be scared to take that step or step out or talk about it or admit that they have a fault. And, we all do.
There's such a stigma around having ADHD specifically. And there's such a stigma about not having this perfect life and making mistakes. It's hard. And we just all need to get along and not judge.
Well, and what we found, as soon as we could be honest about your ADHD, and just because we're on this topic, we're not. I'm not
I have
trying.
so many other issues.
I'm not trying to pick on Misty.
No,
and we've got a whole.
It's fine. I'm totally cool with it because I hid it for so long.
And I'm sure we'll have a whole
and
series
I was
on
judged for it for 20 years. Bum, 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 bum.
Bum, 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 bum.
But it's okay. I love myself.
But
it's fine.
As soon as we were able to be honest about it, then we could manage it in our lives and know what you can and can't do without judgment.
Right. Well, and I think I first had to come and be honest with myself about it. And, I think you have to accept who you are. I think you've really helped me. Accepting me, accepting me for who I am has allowed me to accept myself. I don't know.
I do. You bathroom window jumper outer.
Oh gosh, that's another.
Dating tips.
Listen here, ladies. If you need tips on how to get out of a bad date, how to escape,
this is your girl.
I'm your girl for sure.
So again, key is to stay authentic to yourself, true to yourself, especially in the business sense. Whatever it is you decide to do, if you're going to, quilt blankets or do lashes or dig ditches or whatever you're going to do for people, you got to stay true to yourself if you're trying to grow a business in your brand. Trying to be two different people just doesn't be successful, and people see through that. They really do in the end. And so it's just key that you keep that authenticity.
Yeah, I think, yes. And I think finding your brand is another really great thing to touch on at some point. So many things. But finding your brand, having it really show who you are, where people can, kind of look at your social media or maybe look at your website and they can get kind of a feel.
Or your YouTube channel.
Or
maybe,
the YouTube channel.
Where they could subscribe. So, again, thank you to our 12 subscribers. Maybe by the time this airs, it might be 20. Who knows? But we appreciate you stopping by. We appreciate your support. We're super excited because we already have some really cool guests lined up that'll be coming to you, covering all sorts of different topics, from social media, marketing and growth, to beauty industry.
Botox, ladies. Botox, filler, all the goods.
So stay tuned and subscribe. Thanks for stopping by.
See you next time.